Hello everybody. Hey guys. Me, I'm a professional. I know this is a press conference, but tell me in the energy. Hello guys. How are you doing? Is everybody doing well? How's the week going? No, check in, Bangani. Check in. How is the week going? Nakotola. No, I was telling Zinhle it's not that cold, but it's cold. I won't lie, it's getting cold. I know my outfit says otherwise. But anyway, guys, hello and welcome to the Era Fun House. For those of you who have never been here before, this is a very special place that we like to invite people to come and get a little bit of our magic. And today I am greeting you on behalf of Z Nation Fest, which you are about to find out is proudly powered by Telkom. So very, very big announcement that we are making here today. Super duper excited. Just in case you've been living under a rock, on the 9th of August, the biggest music, culture, fashion, and lifestyle festival that this country has ever seen is going to be going down at the Johannesburg Expo Center, Nasrec, and you guys are all invited. So thank you all so much for being here today. We genuinely appreciate you guys taking your time out to help us tell this very exciting story that I think needs absolutely no introduction. 20 years ago, we first became familiar with this lady, and I don't think we stopped hearing her name from the first time that we ever did. Truly a pioneer, truly an icon. Not these hashtags that people just be throwing around for clouds on social media. I'm talking about the real thing in real life. Self-made, self-paid, Lozi's doing overtime because this lady is so incredibly blessed and she's shared her life with us for the past 20 years. So in order to celebrate that even further, she was like, I'm not going to just do this by myself. I'm going to do it with all of you. But before we even get to that, can we just clap hands for 20 years of God's grace? Because that is no small feat. So she's celebrating with the festival that she is calling Z Nation Fest. Hands up if you're like a day one DJZinhle fan. Personally, I'm gonna put my hand down. The chicken hairstyle on Jiga Majiga wasn't doing it for me. I tell her every chance I get. And then she put that chicken hairstyle in a watch. And I was like, is this lady crazy? And now we are sitting here all these years later and it's like, damn, she really must have been crazy to believe in herself the way that she did for her to be still sitting here today. So,
one of the greatest people I know. We met on a show, I don't know if you know, it was competitor brand Next Level. And we actually just hit it off from there and we just never lost touch. So it's like a whole 360. And to see her now, 20 years later, I'm like, hi, bo. Music volume. So I'm actually so inspired. And Jonga, the Z Nation Fest, I'm actually so excited. I actually need to know where did you get?
Get your own mark, okay?
All right.
All right, cool. So Zinhle, let's start at the beginning. Let's backtrack just a little bit. You have done so much over the last 20 years that you could have celebrated this moment in any way. Why did you decide to do a festival and why did you want to call it Z Nation Fest?
Hi everyone, I think I just need to say hi to everyone and thank you so much for coming out on this cold day. Thank God it's not as cold as it usually is. I am glad that it's not cold because I get angry when it's cold. Like I have a problem, I don't know how to fix it, but like when it's cold I get very angry. But going back to Nomuzi, I'm not big on celebrating myself, and we went past 10 years and I ignored it like it never happened. But 20 years seems like a long time, like it seems like a big milestone. And I think what this 20 years has also just made me aware of is maybe I'm great, you know, like it's just made me feel like maybe there's something good that you've done. And having the kind of team that I have has really forced me to just celebrate this year. And I'm happy that there's brands that recognize the work that's been done over the 20 years, accumulating to this moment, into this festival. I mean, if you look back at my the celebrations we even have at this house, we'll have all the parties, but we never have a DJZinhle party because I'm not big on celebrating myself. But this time, it just forced me to just sit down and appreciate the work that my ancestors and my God have been doing over the last 20 years. So I think it's a big celebration year for me.
And over the last 20 years, you have met a lot of people along the way, along your journey, people who have contributed to your success. And I think we see that represented in the lineup. The lineup is going crazy. Talk to me about the lineup, the people who are on the lineup, and how you curated it, basically. Because I'm pretty sure there's somebody who's watching this press conference right now who's like, why am I not on the lineup? Or how do I get involved? Who do I call, you know? So talk to me about the lineup.
The lineup is actually another thing that made me realize that maybe I've done something good. Because when I was able to get those people, because all the people who are on the lineup are people that I really admire, people that have had an impact in my journey in the last 20 years. But still, I was afraid of calling the people. I was still, okay, no, how do I call this person? How do I get this person on the lineup? So I wanted the lineup to be all the people that I've looked up to, the people who have had an impact in my life. But also, I wanted all the artists at the festival so that people have nowhere else to go. Like, where else are you going to go on the 9th of August? Think about it. All the artists are going to be at Nazareth, so you just have to come to the festival. But I think the whole vibe about this festival for me has been about greatness and being an icon. And I feel like,
obviously, first and foremost, okay, protocol observed. Then we have Kata to Small, Durban Gogo, Pearl Tusi. So Mizi and myself are going to be emceeing. Kanyisa is going to be on the stage. DJ Tehu, Vocalistic, Pabi Cooper, Youngstana. Oh my gosh, I love Youngstana. Sorry. There's a lot of really amazing artists, so we are definitely looking forward to that. Let's talk about marketing, because this is something that has come up quite a lot. A lot of people over the last 20 years have been like, damn, that lady really knows how to sell things. Like, you know, when we talk about great artists with marketing, there's people like Gaspano Fest, aka RIP. But DJZinhle, bestie, you are taking it to the next level with this one. So talk to me a little bit about how you have used social media, your own personality, and your fans to engage this festival.
I think I need people to know that I wake up every day thinking, how can I make sure that this festival is a success? So everything that I've learned and everything that I know from the last 20 years, I am putting into this one day. And I obviously, that one of the biggest things that I want from this festival is success. I want it to be successful. But I also want people to walk away thinking, what a marketing genius. Because I love marketing so much. I love it so much. Like, it gives me so much joy. So I'm also very lucky to work with brands that allow me the freedom to connect with my audience authentically. So when Bestie became a real thing, I was just like, I'm not sure if brands are going to buy into this thing, like which one is this one? But the audience has been so graceful and just accepting like that personality that comes with Bestie, because that's just who I am on a day-to-day basis. That's the truth. But it's always a thing for me. I love exploring new ideas when it comes to branding and marketing. I love it so much. So connecting with people authentically is something that is number one for me. So you will even see like the way we've been rolling out the festival. We even have skits. I had one with Uzama from the house that people really liked. Like, we're just trying to catch you wherever. You might not be a person who listens to music, but we will find you somewhere. Like, marketing-wise, we will find you somewhere and we'll bring you to this festival.
Amazing. So a lot of collaboration behind the scenes as well. Obviously, Telkom coming on board, super big, very, very exciting. But you have some other really amazing partners as well, who you work with on a day-to-day. People like Lucky Star, Avon, Drip is also involved. Saving the best for last.
I wonder.
You know,
okay.
So talk to me about some of those partners and how they're getting involved and why it was so dope for you to be powered by them.
I again only work with brands that fit authentically into my life, because I don't want to feel like I'm working when I'm engaging the brands, and I don't want to feel like I'm lying to my audience when I'm telling you about an Era or a Remy Martin or a Lucky Star. These are brands that, I mean, if you know me, you know you need to make me the chakalaka with Lucky Star. Like, that's the girl I am. So I think we've just have a good marriage with all the brands that I work with, that it just made sense that when I have such a big moment, they become part of it. It was a given for me. I said, no, you have to call them. You have to call Telkom, Fabi. Like, what do you mean? Like, who am I gonna call? I'm not gonna call anyone else. I have to call them. These are people that we've built on, guys. The idea is to have a good time, and Era is showing up in that way at the festival.
It's in Labo, Era. Like DJZinhle and Musli and the rest of the team. Thank you. All right, cool. I'm gonna let you throw this in now. I'm gonna open the floor, but I'm gonna make you do it again at the end. Where can people get tickets? How much are the tickets? What's happening with the tickets?
Come on, Thabit, contribute something to this conversation. Ticketpro.co.za. The tickets start at 385. Please make sure you get your tickets.
Okay, cool.
They're moving, but we need to move them. And we need to get to this festival. It needs to be the biggest festival ever.
Amazing. Okay, I did try to cover a lot of things, but yeah, questions of your own. Because you are empowered South African media. I love it. So, does anybody have a question? Please feel free to ask any question you may have relating to the festival. Zinhle is always working on a number of different things. I know there was another roaming microphone. Am I doing too much again? Yes, as usual, I am. Okay. Please do stand up. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and give us your question.
Hi everyone, I'm Solo from Culture Collector. I wanted to ask, because there's many festivals in South Africa and they all have a specific experience, what should fans expect from Z Nation? What sort of experience is it gonna bring to the culture?
Exactly, I think we just touched on that right now. But we said it's a music and a lifestyle event. And the experience that you're going to touch is the brands are going to bring something new. I know everyone is walking around, touching people's makeup up, but we want that environment of friends coming out together, dressed for a festival. I don't know if you've been to or seen a Coachella. That's the aim that we're going for. Like, we're going for that kind of festival where everything. I said to Thaba, do you think we need a jumping castle for this adult? So yes. So anything that can bring an experience of fun. So if you say, what can people expect? I think the music is going to be great, but there's going to be a lot of fun things to do at the festival.
Yeah, I think I'll add my 2 cents there, even though you probably didn't ask me. I think community is also a big thing, As one of the people who are putting this festival together, one thing we always notice with Zinhle is that people just gravitate towards the brand, the person, the light, And people have experienced you at different events in different spaces. There's never really been one moment where everybody who is has this common thing in common comes together. So that sense of community, I think, is going to be next level. You might need extra security on that day, friend. You might.
A lot of things with being a homemaker. So I just want to find out, Uti, what is your time management strategy? Firstly. Second question, just on the general, freelancers struggle a lot with things like home loans, car finance, just credit really in general. Obviously, you are one of the fortunate freelancers who may or may not have never had to deal with that because of how lucky you've been and how fortunate you've been in your success in all of your career ventures, really. So I just wanted to just get your opinion on are there any other avenues that freelancers can explore for them to achieve financial security without having to become you and do a million jobs?
You have a lot of faith in me. Just from that question, you have a lot of faith in me. And if anyone wants to help me answer the second question, please help me. My time management is ridiculously bad. I mean, I'm not bad that I'm handling my time wrong, but in terms of just distributing my time between all the things that I have to do is really intense. But I rely a lot on the people that I have around me to just help me carry the load. So I don't want you guys to ever look at me and think I'm doing all of this on my own. Like when you said that, like that's exactly who I was as a kid, and I'm always fighting against that. Even now when I've done things, you know, I think even just not celebrating myself has come from that thing of just like, no, it was never you. You know, the 20 years is not you. You're not that good. You're not good enough. You can't do this. Call Focalistic and ask for this. No, I can't call Foca. Who am I? Like I still have those things, but I think it's also important to just like know that if you don't do it, then you'll never know. Then you'll never find out if it's possible or not. And I grew up, like the most offensive thing I think all my friends know that you could ever say to me is that I'm lazy. Because like, even if you say it to the kids, like I get so offended, like I will reprimand you. I think you remember we spoke about it. I said, don't ever call the kids lazy. I was called lazy as a kid, and that affected me mentally. Because I thought, then I'll never amount to anything. Then I'll never be able to do it. How am I going to make a living? Because I'm lazy, you know? So outside of just that syndrome that you speak about, sometimes we have to fight against the voices that have so much power in our lives. But I had to try something. I had to just see. And I think if ERA is one proof of that, ERA was actually a result of me thinking, let me try something on my own and see if I can do it. Because I had relied on so many people because I didn't think I could do anything on my own. So ERA was the first thing that I did on my own to see if I can actually do something on my own without my brother, without, not that they were bad people, but without my brother, without my friends, without this person, without that person. And obviously when the brand grew, I had to get other people to help me. But it was the first thing that I had to do. So my advice would be, try something, because otherwise you'll never know. Like, try something. And I was listening to will.i.am, and will.i.am says, when you ask for something or you make an advance at something, dream, a career or something, and someone says no, it's not a no, it's a no. Now you know what the parameters are. Now you can shift and say, here it was a no. Why was it a no? Because you did this and that wrong. Then you go back and say, okay, cool. All right, now I need to shift this. It's not a no. Now you know better. So a no is always an opportunity to just know better. We fail forward. No, she was just agreeing with me.
Hi Z, how are you?
Where are you?
Yeah. Sleazy from Culture Collector here.
Welcome back.
I mean, I have a really important thing to just say to you.
Thank you.
First of all, have fun. Remember that, you know, I know workaholics, I'm a workaholic. Learn to enjoy what you do, that's one. And then I'd like to recommend an idea. I know you have a lot of shooters, like you Musli, you guys have a lot of shooters. Grab one shooter and just do something like a day in the life of, you know? And just go through the day of you preparing for the event, having fun. That one shooter, and you release a documentary of that, it's gonna make people from Cape Town,
BT might
Durban
find
wanna
us.
come.
And also, this workaholic
BT.
saying, don't work, but actually there's another job for you to do. I love that.
No, but the shooter's gonna do it. You're just there doing it, you know? So I know you're gonna do it, and I know you're gonna win. One thing you need to always remember, God. Please always pray before the event and after the event, so that when you wake up in the morning, you're just like, I did it, and I'm gonna do it again. So keep going.
Thank you so much, Ba.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, Sihle is here. She's just joined us. Very busy, important lady, but we appreciate you coming here to tell us a little bit about your partnership as the NYDA with Z Nation Fest. Very big terms. When we say NYDA, it's just something like from Indabazango 7. Like, you know, and we saw DJZinhle on TikTok. She was saying things. So it's just like, how does this partnership make sense? And what does the Z Nation customer or anybody actually get out of this partnership from you guys?
Okay, Sanbonani Kamangusihle Shabalala. I am a strategic partnerships manager at the National Youth Development Agency. So it's NYDA. A lot of people call it NYDA. That's why, but it's actually NYDA. So really, we, as the NYDA, we're responsible for ensuring that we eradicate the barriers that young people face when they're looking for either entrepreneurship development support or work seeker support. Or skilling actually as well. So when Uzinhle told me about the Z Nation Fest, I saw an opportunity to have young people just be involved in such a
in building or executing such a prominent event, right? Because when you look at it, we've got different sectors that young people are excited about or want to be involved in our country. And being involved in the planning and the execution of the Z Nation Fest, I think a lot of young people can learn a lot from it, whether it's from talent management side, whether it's from production, whether it's from security, you know, I think there's a lot of valuable experience that a young person can actually gain from being involved in. So we thought as the NYDA, why don't we look through the National Youth Service, why don't we find like 50 participants that will pay stipends for and make them involved and be part of the fest, and then maybe also have networking opportunities, getting to learn from industry experts, and really then have potentially exit opportunities and find people who will employ them, or find people who will show them how to start maybe an events company, or how to be a DJ, or how to be an artist. I mean, there's so many people that they can meet and actually learn from. So I think that's our role as the NYDA, is to say we're going to call out for young people who want to be involved. We'll pay for their stipends for the day or any other day. If there are other activations, marketing, we'll use them to come and help young people to register either on our platform and just tell more people about the event and what they're planning to learn from it and what they're hoping rather to learn from it. And yeah, and just make it a very valuable experience for them.
Amazing. Well done, Sihle.
Thank you.
See, we're not all DJs in the squad. We've got people. Amazing. Basi's just joined us at the end. Hi, Basi. Hi. Basi, I think you can talk to us firsthand about like what having the DJZinhle touch of gold in your life means. I mean, you are an artist who is finding their feet in the music industry, and you kind of just got the golden ticket on tour with DJZinhle, living at the Era House, living your best life, you know? So talk to me about how just meeting DJZinhle has, you know, impacted your life, maybe not changed your life. I think me and Zinhle have spoken a lot about how sometimes we put too much pressure on meeting somebody to change your life, but maybe you can meet somebody who can impact your life in a positive way. So talk to me about how Zinhle has impacted your life and what it means for you as an artist to just find yourself now performing at Z Nation Fest.
Hi everyone, my name is Basitsana. So meeting DJZinhle was a life-changing moment for me. Not only is she guiding me, but she's also teaching me at the same time. I don't think she realizes that she's a teacher, but she's unaware, you know? And also the most important thing is that she's a visionary. So for a DJ to take a vocalist under the wing because of vision, that shows something, you know. Not only is she the business, but she knows how to go about the business, you see? So that also touched me, that, you know, she can see the potential that I have, and she can see the talent that I have. And she's like, the one thing I like preaching about is that she has